Hey, today I want to show you 4 rock bass lines that you should have in your toolbox and give you a completely free PDF. See you inside the video. Hey, it's James here from eBass Guitar and welcome to another episode of Toolbox Bass Lines. This is where I show you bass lines that you can use out there in the real world, which are in my toolbox. What I've discovered is you don't need to know every song that was ever written. You don't need to know every bass line that was ever played or every bass player who ever recorded. What you need is a library of bass lines that you know will work. So today I'm going to show you 4 bass lines which I find absolutely invaluable when I'm called to play a rock groove. So let's crack on. Just before we get going, I want you to know there's a completely free PDF that comes with this lesson, which will show you everything we're discussing written out in standard notation and tab. There's a link in the description below where you can grab your free copy. So let me play you bass line number 1 to get us going. This is the foundation of all rock grooves in my opinion, and this is called pumping eighth notes. And all we're doing is playing the root, and we're playing 2 of them per beat. We're making them as long as possible, and it sounds like this. So all we're going to do is we're going to take that pumping eighth notes field and we're going to put it through an 8-bar chord sequence, which I'm going to take you through right now. So this is 2 bars of E, 2 bars of D, 2 bars of A, to a bar of C, to a bar of D, and that is our whole sequence. So let me play that with the backing track so you can hear it in action. Critical thing with bass line number 1, the pumping eighths, is to make the notes as long as possible, no gaps in between notes so the notes bleed into each other. Now what we're going to do for bass line number 2 is we can start adding some gaps into the notes to create what I call the root groove. This is what it sounds like. So here is the groove in isolation. So let's take that apart. What I'm doing is I'm playing a long quarter note on beat 1. I'm resting on beat 2, and then halfway through beat 2 I play like so, and then just at the end of the bar on beat 4 and I play another 8th note. So we end up with this. And the critical thing is I'm still trying to make all of these notes as long as possible to give it that driving rock feel. So here it is once more with the backing track. Guys, we are halfway through this lesson. I've got a very quick favor to ask. If you're not subscribed to the eBass Guitar YouTube channel, please can you look around this video and find that red button and hit it and subscribe. And what this will mean for you is you'll be the first to know when a new video goes live every single week and you'll never miss an episode. And also what that means for us is the more subscribers we get on the eBass Guitar YouTube channel, the more we can grow it and the more great free bass educational content we can keep putting out there. So please hit that red subscribe button because it's a win-win for absolutely everybody. So for bass line number 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use root notes, but I'm also going to add in some movement towards the end of the bar. So it has a very strong foundation at the front and then a little bit more interest at the end. The riff sounds like this. So let me put it across the chord sequence so you know what you're aiming for. Take that part in the key of E, and this is the riff. So what we're doing is we're playing 3 E's, dung, gung, and the third one is caught right at the end of the second beat, and it's anticipating the B, which is directly on the third beat, which is down a string on the 7th fret. So we're going to hit 2 B's and then finish off with a D and an E to finish it off. So we end up with this. And then we move that down to the D, then up to the A. And notice how I'm playing the A on the octave up here, so I can drop down to the lower 5th or the E below it. Then we go to the C, to the D. So we end up with this super cool riff that we can move around the fretboard. Here's what it sounds like with the track again. Now for riff number 4, we're going to up the gas, and what I love to be able to do is put a full riff across this chord sequence. It sounds like this. Obviously there are hundreds if not thousands of riffs you could choose. I recommend using the minor pentatonic scale to begin with, but let me take apart this riff to begin with. So what we're doing is we are playing the root, the 5th, the octave, and then back to the 5th, like so. So there are first 4 notes. Then we go to the flat and 7th, which is the D. then back to the fifth, so it sounds like this. And then we go to the G, to the G sharp, and I'm going to slide that, which gives us that bluesy minor to major sound, like so. And then we've got a riff that we can move through all of the chords. Then to the C. So let's put that to the backing track so you can hear what it sounds like in action. Guys, that's the end of today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please head over to ebassguitar.com and check out the Bass Lab Plus. If you want to learn more great bass lines like these across multiple genres such as rock, country, blues and funk, there's a whole program ready and waiting for you there in the Bass Lab Plus. So please check out the link for the Bass Lab Plus in the description below and take it for a test drive and see if it's for you. Cheers, I'm James from ebassguitar.com and I will catch you next week.